One of the things that I often talk about, this is an old slide, but I really pride myself in being in the top 20 of my high school class. I really do. And it's not easy, but it's something that's achievable, especially when you have only 22 graduates. As a result of living in a small town, I needed to do something, so I joined the Navy to go see the world. And if anybody knows where Brackettville, Texas is at, you know, you get Uvalde, you go hit Brackettville, and then beyond that is Del Rio. So that's where I grew up. In the Navy, one of my toughest schools was an air controller. I actually failed out of it 1 week prior to graduating, and I wasn't allowed to come back for about another 6 months. I had a safety of flight issue, 1 mile distance between 2 aircraft. Best job I ever had, and really this was where I decided this was going to be my career for the next however long until I no longer can work, was being a Navy recruiter. And the reason why I say that is because when you're in the military, you're trying to advance, you've got a couple of options. You can be a recruiter, you can be a drill sergeant, or you can actually go and be an instructor. Well, I didn't want to do any of those, and so I decided to be a Navy recruiter. Unbeknownst to me, that's really a combination of all three. Been married 26 years. This is my wife, Kathy. One of my favorite pictures that I have of her, she's not only my Homeland Security, she is my Department of Labor, but always my first lady. There's my school that I graduated from. My dad loved for me to play sports. I was never really good at it. He loved sports. I was the oldest of the kids, and thankfully that I was able to do that for him. He's passed on, but thankfully I was able to make him smile. As you know, as I graduated and I got into the workforce, I decided that I wanted to get my degree. I started in 2009, took about a 5-year break, and then from there went ahead and finished up in 2020. Work experience, this is just a couple of snapshots, really big. Since I'm in the military, I'm air control operations specialist, Navy recruiter for a counselor, business development, and social media marketing. Look at that. This is my wife and daughter, and this is my pet Max. He's turning 11 years old come July 2nd. Let's talk a little bit about floor coverings and what we get to do, what I get to do every single day as I go out and meet business owners, property managers, restoration companies. Bobby, thank you for being here today. I was out delivering some goodies this morning, and this was my first time. I've been going there for the last 6 months. She's been working there the last 4, and my first time actually meeting with her today, and thankfully was able to invite her in, so thank you for being here today. I love my job. I love my job because I'm not held to a 9 to 5. I'm not held to what I get to do and to be able to promote our business, right? And one of the reasons why I'm a part of BNI is to have my big networking group here. But let me tell you a little story real quick. Hopefully this doesn't sound corny because I've been practicing it. But Mark and Sarah bought a home 3 years ago. And they bought it, it was very spacious. They bought their dream home. They actually had a beautiful yard, a garden, and a pool. And they started to have a little in the house, and little did they know that they wanted to change something significant in their home, and that was actual flooring, right? They wanted to change the flooring, but they knew that this project wasn't going to be cheap. They knew it was a big expense, but they wanted to make sure that it was going to get done right. And so they went to all these retail store offices, they talked to different people. They spent a lot of time researching and trying to figure out what floor they wanted to put into their home. And they got a little frustrated. They got a little bit confused. Anything in life, I mean, when you have a lot of different options, it's kind of overwhelming. You forget what you liked before, and all of a sudden it becomes a project of the past. Thankfully, they reached out to us. We were able to come in, show them some samples. We have a mobile showroom that we're bringing the location. And the samples that we have are primarily what a lot of folks pick, but there's hundreds of them. And what we really do with Four Countries International is, especially within the home, we really want to set the foundation where memories are going to be built, where families are going to grow, and where they're going to be able to call themselves, I'll call it home, right? So that was Mark and Sarah. But let's get into who we are and what we do. We are a part of a bigger group called First Service Brand. You might have known them right here off of 1604. They've been around for quite some time. It started off as a college project way back when. And these are some of the folks that we have under our group. We all train, we all have the same values. Certified painters, color repose, Paul Davis Restoration, we had a representative that was here at Restoration Company. And within about 6 months, this lady gave me about 40 different jobs. So very thankful. We still do work with them today. These are our core values. Deliver what you promise. When you go in and you talk to somebody and you have several appointments throughout the day, you have to remember and take good notes of what you actually promised that individual. Removing the baseboards, painting the baseboards, putting in crown molding, shoe molding, that kind of thing. Maybe a small repair within the home that they may be looking to do. So we want to make sure that we deliver what we promise. One of the things that I really love about what we do is the person who sold the job is also going to be the person who's going to be in the house or at the actual commercial property that we're actually doing, because they're the ones who spoke with the individual about what they were going to do. Respect the individual, have pride in what we do, and overall enjoy the community and just make it fun, right? These are some of the companies, are some of our customers right here that we work with. They have been giving us work for over the last 5 years, and very appreciative to them.
Where's your name?
I didn't read the second page.
I was on just showing the bathroom that we just finished.
There we go. These are some of the, these are the brands that we partner with. So you can see just by this slide alone and how much flooring is out there. So it's very important that you talk to one of our consultants, kind of guide you through the process, kind of put the samples down on the floor so you're not tied up with all of these things. But the good thing is we have relationships with this. 6 months ago, 7 months ago, I asked you guys for these organizations because I wanted to be part of a group that service us. That kind of allows us to be experts among the industry who I'm looking to connect with, and these are those folks. So thank you for that. This is a photograph of Chad. He finally
Chad.
he took a picture of our vehicle and everything. These are all the people that work with us. Isa and Javier are the owners. Leo here and Jonathan are our estimators. Those are the two folks right there. I passed out a flyer that's in front of you. That tells you pretty much everything that we do. That's a lot more than what I could put up here. But just real quickly, some of the projects that we work on. If you're a restoration company, property manager, wherever it's at, we're going to go to your location. We're going to take care of you. This is just a summary of that. Pockets at 281. People know how to play billiards. And guys, that's my presentation.
Yeah. Yes.